So a lot of people, a lot of Republicans are freaking out that Donald Trump is the presumptive nominee. One of those guys is a guy named Erick Erickson. So this is from Talking Points memo. Erick Erickson says that he vows to deregister as a GOPer if Trump is the party nominee. Now that's a big blow to the GOP because they're going to lose one of their most outspoken, misogynistic, racist maniacs in lieu of someone else taking. He's upset that someone else is taking his crown. Because here's what he said. If Trump is the Republican Party nominee, I won't be a Republican, Erick Erickson, who founded Red State, told the Daily...
Oh, my God.
The Daily Beast. I'm not down with white supremacists.
But I like dog whistling to them.
He's kind of okay.
But
because,
I'm okay to pandering to them for my whole career.
So here... Well, who is Erick Erickson? Let's take a look.
Clearly a child of parents with no imagination.
Yes, I think he comes from. I think he comes from the neighborhood Willie Williamson.
Sure. Yeah. Robbie Robertson.
Betty Sin.
Yeah, Betty Bedinson and Erick Erickson.
Sure.
And Chris Christie.
Yeah. Oh, and Mohammed, the Muslim kid.
That's right. So here's just a sampling of some of Erick. This guy who's upset about Trump. Here's one of his tweets. I honestly have no problem with scouts deciding that way, meaning to let gay kids become scouts. But I honestly cannot see me enrolling my son in the scouts as a result. What? I'm not worried about my son becoming gay. I'm worried about him living in a society that doesn't recognize it as a sin. This guy can't take Trump. Doesn't hate the gays enough. Trump doesn't hate the gay. Those are the people. I'm not afraid my kid's going to be gay, but the sin might rub off when they're rubbing one out. When Justice Souter resigned from the Supreme Court, Erick Erickson tweeted out, "The nation loses the only goat fucking child molester ever to serve on the Supreme Court." So he's classy. That's the thing. He's classy, right? By the way, CNN hired him after that. CNN hired this guy. This was the guy because they don't care about integrity or news or anything except ratings. And they thought he could get some mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging morons to watch CNN. And maybe he did. So here's what he says about, he refers to feminists as feminazis.
That joke never stops being funny.
This was over an anti-abortion commercial that they were upset about, and he says, "Seriously, that's what being too ugly to get a date does to your brain."
Wow.
That's what the feminazis were enraged over. That's what being too ugly to get a date does to your brain. That's our good friend Erick Erickson, who just can't see supporting that Donald Trump because that guy...
He's got principles.
That guy's... Here's another tweet about the same topic. He said, "Thus ends the credibility of all pro-abortion groups. Thanks, Mrs. Tebow, for that. Ugly feminists return to their kitchens."
Wow. Oh.
That's Erick Erickson.
Great guy.
That's the guy. Too upset. Here, by the way, we covered this on the show just last fall. He tweeted this out. "Just received my annual parental reminder that today's Pearl Harbor Day, so I shouldn't eat Japanese food."
Oh, God damn it.
He's also a genius.
Hey, I
So
appreciate
smart.
the courage you show in the face of delicious food.
This is, this is the Rush Limbaugh syndrome of this guy is convinced he's clever.
He's convinced he's clever.
He's convinced he's funny. And he doesn't really understand the difference between ironic racism and full-on fucking racism.
That's full-on racism.
Because he's a racist.
That's full-on. That's not.
Right.
And by
but he thinks it's acceptable.
He's not aiming for nuance.
No. But he thinks
what about
that's
spaghetti?
a good joke.
You still eat spaghetti?
He thinks
not on Italian.
Still
Columbus Day.
No,
not on Columbus. I don't know.
So, but that's okay.
That was the day the Italians bombed.
You still drink Russian vodka? No, we were on the same side. How about strudel? Anyway, so it turns out, so he does this racist tweet about, he's angry at Japanese still. He doesn't eat Japanese food. It says his mom reminds him. Reporter called his mom, asked him, does she say that? Remind him. His mom says, what the hell you're talking about? He's making this up. Erick Erickson then says, my 73-year-old mother does not remember a 27-year-old event, so it is news story to attack me. At least the reporter witnessed. He throws his mom under the bus, saying, my mom just doesn't know. She said, first of all, he said, just received my annual parental reminder that today's Pearl Harbor Day, so I should. But then he says, oh, my mom didn't remember something she did 27 years ago. No, you said she did it this year. So here's a guy lying, throws his own mom under the bus to prove he's a racist, I guess.
He's one of those guys who has a borderline personality disorder and doesn't like to be threatened by other people with borderline personality disorders. So that's basically what's happening.
Yes.
He's like, wait a second, I'm the guy who says insane, shitty things,
That's
not
right.
you, Donald Trump.
Not you. That's exact. So guess what? You heard all that crap he said about feminists and feminazis, and I showed you all that. So he actually had his own little town hall where he invited all the Republican people running for president. He didn't invite Trump. This was early on.
Right.
Didn't invite Trump. And so here he is asking Jeb.
We don't have a lot of time left.
So here he is asking Jeb Bush a question. Ready? Here he is.
But there are a number of questions on this, and I awkwardly am going to have to ask my wife's question so I don't get in trouble at home. I'm already in trouble with Donald Trump. I can't be in trouble with my wife.
Hey, tell you what.
Yeah.
Tell you what, my friend. You're on the side of women. I'll take your side.
By the way, he couldn't stop giggling when Jeb said it. You're on the side of women? Really, I'm horrible. Really. Just in comparison to Trump, maybe.
I tolerate the one that does my laundry, but that's it.
Tell him to go back in the kitchen.
But by the way,
The ones that are good.
anybody who makes fucking jokes like that, we're like, I gotta appease the old ball and chain. You're already into the area of people who are scumbags,
Right?
Of people who should really be kicked in the balls on a daily fucking basis.
And here is Jeb Bush
playing right into it.
playing as if they're on the side of women. Jeb Bush, who still brags about defunding health care for the poorest women in the state. He defunded Planned Parenthood, and he brags about it.
Well, to his mind, Republicans are on the side of women because they invented the automatic dishwasher. Like, no shit. Like, it would never occur to them, like, you know what? Women should get free pap smears. Like, they'd be like, what are you talking about? We invented the washing machine. We invented wash and wear stuff. What? Don't the ladies want to look pretty?
Here, couldn't be.
We
like
let them drive. What more do they want?
Let's just watch that one more time because I want to hear it again.
We don't have a lot of time left, but there are a number of questions on this, and I awkwardly am going to have to ask my wife's question so I don't get in trouble at home. I'm already in trouble with Donald Trump. I can't be in trouble with my wife.
Hey, tell you what.
Yeah.
Tell you what, my friend. You're on the side of women. I'll take your side of that bet.
Thank you.
Two guys who couldn't be less on the side of women. Sitting there going, we're better than Trump.
They're on the side of their wives.
Yeah,
That's
it.
That's about it. That's where it ends. They don't care about anybody else.
No.
Oh, and by the way, if their wives needed health care, they would not be on the side of their wives.
So these are the people who are this is the guys who are rejecting Trump. These guys, these morons, these misogynistic, racist maniacs. Hey, too much. I'm not eating Japanese food, but come on. And I'll lie about it when questioned. I'll lie about that stupid lie I said about my mom hating Japanese people. I'll lie about it if you question me on it. If you do any actual reporting, I'm going to lie about it. Crazy. This is the guy, too much. Donald Trump, though. So that's what, by the way, Donald Trump is exactly who you guys are. He's exactly who you are, Erick Erickson. You're not fooling anybody.
Actually, and I fucking hate Trump as much as anybody, but I will actually go so far as to say Trump is more of a dynamic thinker than Erick Erickson.
Yes. Yes.
He is capable of saying two separate things, and for him to be able to figure out like how those things work together. Clearly, Erick Erickson has never been able to figure out any nuance in anything ever.
Ever.